the recording right now? Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. I welcome all of you to the model discussion session of the ML Challenge 2.0. My name is Rohit, and I'll be your host for the night. At the outset, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our course, Som Subrode, Shayanda, and Advait. For without their guidance and oversight, the ML Challenge 2.0 wouldn't have been such a success. Thanks is also due to my fellow organizers Shambhavi Shekhar, Yuvalakshmi, and Gautam for their hard work and dedication over the past few weeks. I also take this opportunity to congratulate every participant on behalf of the entire organizing team. And I know I speak for everyone when I say I'm really looking forward to see what kind of models and approaches were taken by the teams which came out at top, especially in track 3. So, without further ado, let's dive in. We'll start with track 1, and the first person who will present their model is gonna be JS Karthik. Karthik, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Should I screen share?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. So I chose track 1 fake news detection in this ML challenge. So I use the random forest classifier and support vector as base model and logistic regression as the meta learner for the stacking classifier. So I chose random forest for handling complex relationships and the textual data is converted into vectors, so in which there are a lot of features. So I used SVC, and then I use these two as base learners for stacking classifier. And then I chose hyperparameters based on domain knowledge of textual data and news. And then I changed it depending upon the performance metrics what I got. And then for balancing the imbalanced classes, I use mode. And then the textual data was converted into vectors for model training. And then the using RFC and SVC alone, I got MAF1 score of only about 0.3, but using them as base learners for along with logistic regression in stacking classifier, there was an increase in the MAF1 score and accuracy as well. So one of the major challenge that I faced during this is that one of the class had only one sample, so I was not able to use mode, and I tried using random oversampling, but due to the reason that there was only one sample, and it is randomly generated, so the predictions were inefficient. The model was inefficient in giving the predictions. So I even searched the internet about what other alternative techniques that I can use, but I was not able to find any. So I reached out to the organizers, and they said that this thing was taken care in the test data. So what I thought was that I can actually remove that one sample from the data frame of testing set. So and after that there was a significant increase in the MAF1 score. Yeah, and that's it.
Som, you want to say something?
Okay, great. So, uh, what was your accuracy in this case?
Accuracy, I don't remember the accuracy. I guess it was 90, I guess.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, basically, do you want to try some other, the modules for this case? Like, have you done some of the future work or like something extra after this challenge had ended? Did you
No,
get?
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Like, is there actually a way for balancing that class? Because it
So
had
you
only
are
one sample.
basically a smart, right? I think you showed
Yeah,
this.
yeah, but I was not able to use
Anything else?
Smart because
Anything? Oh, achha, because in the task one, like there was one class which had only just one
one
yeah,
sample.
right? Instance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Fine. Anybody else who would want to talk about track one? Rohit, is there anyone else? No, right? So
Yeah, there's no one else.
the people from track two can start. Our
Okay.
main interest is in track like three because we have already like run tracks. You know, I'm the first two tracks for quite some time now in the Logic Loom, also in the ML challenge. So yes, track two guys.
Okay.
Whoever are
So
ready.
track two, we have Shivam Shivakumar as the first participant. Shivam Shivakumar, are you here?
Yes,
Okay,
they're
okay,
not
he's
there.
not here. Pranshu Jaiswal.
Shivakumar was there. Hold on.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, just a minute.
Okay.
Jaiswal, hold on. Okay, Pranshu.
Maybe some internet issues. Okay, you can proceed. Pranshu, proceed.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. I will share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible. Go on.
Yeah. You all can see the presentation, right? Hello.
Yes, it's visible. It's visible. Go on.
Okay. So, hello, everyone. My name is Pranshu Jaiswal. I am pursuing this degree full time. I am currently in the degree level. This is my first time participating in the ML challenge. So I have my problem statement was the track two uh, AI generated text in articles. So my data set it consisted of only 500 articles with labels, whether it is AI generated or human generated. My job was to train a model to predict whether a given article would be AI or human. So I actually went with the simplest approach I could see. So what I did was I chose the a BERT model for embeddings and a logistic regression model the um, uh, for the classification. So for BERT models, I use the BERT-based uncased model because it was the smallest model I could find, the 110 million parameters only, and uncased I did not want it to be uncased for non-case sensitive text. I used the logic. The reasoning behind it was the BERT was the simplest thing I could think of for to embed the text, and logistic regression is, you can say, one of my favorite models. I used only these models, and I did not use any other model at all because I got a pretty good score for that. The training process was very,
Just to
very
interrupt here,
yes,
Pranshu. Yeah. So, what was the score you had like basically got from the LR?
yeah. The macro F1 got
This is for
0.93.
like the bird model, right?
No, for the LR only.
Achha, this is for
BERT
that.
model I only use for embedding.
Okay, this is a very unique.
Yeah, I
No,
I
great,
myself was confused that how
great,
did I
great.
get so right. I
Yeah,
did
this
it
is
multiple,
great.
even today I did it just to check, but
Okay,
I
no,
got
this
so
is
good
great.
score, so I thought, why use different models? Let's
All
just
of those who have done this task like before, either in the logic loom or like before that, should see that how you just use it for basically the embedding like purpose, and then use just
yeah,
a traditional model like the LR, right? And
yeah, I
get like such a great score. It's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it was. I actually thought that I would have to do so much, but everything happened very smoothly. So my training process involved pre-processing
During the
text.
pre-process, like what did you do?
Yeah, I will just show you the code.
Yes.
Yeah, so first I started with a tokenizing. Yeah, tokenize the text, and then I used lemmatization and remove the
Oh, some
stop
cats
words.
are like moving around. That's
Oh
nice.
yeah, that's just okay. Even dogs are moving around. You will see in some time. Yeah.
Oh,
So this
great.
is just I added example text in case someone wanted to see. So if I give this sentence, "Hello, my name is Pranshu. I am giving the presentation ML challenge." This is how the this is how the text will look after pre-processing. Yeah.
Okay. So you have
Next.
just basically
Yes.
like scroll above once. I need to see basically what have you done. Yeah. So first.
This is removing the words with 1-2 characters.
Yeah, I think almost like if you see the train set for that the second track, you will see that it's almost the clean, right? It was
Yeah.
it was,
As far
mostly
as I remember, there were
some of the
no
tags
null
were there.
values.
Some of the tags were there, right? I think the
Mhm.
HTML tags or I think like something
Mhm.
of those.
Yeah, and there were no null values, so
characters.
that was
Yeah.
even better.
Great, fine. Then
Then I just for visualization, because I did not feel that making before visualization I forgot to write this here. I replaced the human generated with 0 and AI generated with 1. I
Perfect.
initially thought of using some kind of cool technique or imputer or that thing, what's that called, encoding and all, but thought why use
that's fine.
so complex,
That's
but
fine.
just replace it.
That's fine.
Yeah, and this is the visualization I did just to check the length of the words and length of the articles and how many articles
Great.
of each.
Good
Yeah,
analysis. This is I don't think anybody has like done that.
Yeah,
Has anybody
I-
like done this? If yes, then basically like raise your hand.
this
I
is
don't
the
think because I don't think anybody has done this.
this is the only visualization I could think of, honestly.
This is interesting. Yes.
Yeah. So as we can see, the word article with less than 150, 130, there were around 40 articles of those many words. Anyway,
Yes.
and then I split the data set normally using the sklearn thing. Where did it go?
Hmm.
Yeah. Train test split and
So your
80-20.
random state is 107.
170. Yeah,
Okay, fine.
just random. Like everything, it happened in the first go itself.
Did you hyper tune it?
Yeah, later. Like before model only, I tuned it. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, hyper tuning. So I chose this max token length as 256 tokens
256
only.
tokens, fine.
Only, yeah. I actually started with this only. I will be very honest. It sounds very exaggerated, but
And how
everything
much like
happened.
time did it take?
So
It's
for
basically run on
embedding,
the basic, the CPU, right?
yeah,
Not having the
everything
GPU as
ran
well,
on
right?
a CPU.
So see everybody, whoever
CPU.
said that like they need the GPUs and all. Like though basically the T4 like the GPU is there like free of cost for I think like some time in collab. See everybody that using a simple CPU somebody has got a score of how much did you get?
0.935.
0.9
375.
0.938
Yeah, 8.
0.93896. Yes. Great. Then
Where was I? You were. What were you asking at that time?
basically, the goal is your technique that you use. Okay.
Yeah.
Like basically somebody else has also used the same the model, right? But has ended up like getting much unexpectedly
Hmm.
lesser score.
Hmm.
So yes, those are the keys over here. Great.
Yeah,
That your like a ChatGPT can't actually solve. Okay. ChatGPT
I-
provide you with the model and the framework, but can't like never
Yeah.
help you increase the score.
Only I use ChatGPT for the syntax error thingy.
Yes.
Yeah, and so then I embedded the Xtrain and Xtest things, and this actually took like around all these three texts. So the train and text for the Xtrain and Xtest, it took around 15 minutes combined. For the test embeddings, which was the original test data given to us later, it actually took around 7 to 8 minutes, I think. Yeah. So this was the thing I just added for demo, how it will look. Let's just see for this sentence. Yeah, this is weird thing. Right. Let's see the shape. The shape is yeah 1,768.
Yeah, 768. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. So the hyperparameter tuning, I use only these two, C and solver, 0.1, 1, 10, 100, and Newton CG. So honestly, I don't even know what these two are and these three are, but
That's fine. You can just like learn about them.
yeah. And then I applied the logistic regression model. So max iteration, I initially chose 10,000, but
okay. Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I chose 10,000, but it did not give me a good score. I think it was a bit low, I think. But then I started with, let's say, reduce it 1,000 and then got that score. The classmate chose as balanced because I saw that there were less number of AI generated text in the human.
Just a minute to interrupt. Like Sayan Bhomik, our mentor,
Yes.
event core is here, and he's hugely interested about LR. Okay, all these like traditional like the Matrix.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not that interested about LR, but he is. So I think he's like traveling. So if you can say anything, if you can speak, Sayan, if you're hearing.
Yeah, I just reached home actually.
Okay.
Okay, so Ella, right? So my question is, why did you choose balanced? You could use any vector thing or something, right?
So
Why did
I
you
saw
choose
that
balanced?
there were more of AI or human. I don't remember exactly, but there were more of one class.
Yeah. True.
I
This
don't
is true.
So the
exactly remember the
imbalancing
This
thing
number.
is
you
true.
did,
And
right?
in the test set, it's completely the opposite. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I did not
Ah,
notice that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
But
cool,
still,
cool.
you're, I mean, the model has trained quite like brilliantly, I must say.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then it was a simple grid search. Use cross validation as a 5F1 scoring. Model was created, and I got the best model and best parameters, and then I calculated the scores, as you can see. This one. I
Fine.
got a classification report as well, just for the fun of it,
Great.
and this made it into a main submission CSV and submitted it. I think the test score was around this only. I don't
Yeah,
remember exactly. Yeah.
great. So, any basically feedback or anything you want to give? Like I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. My only question was I did not feel a single challenge at all. Like
Yes.
I was expecting that maybe I'm doing something wrong, maybe I'm doing something
No,
which was
like,
not allowed. But
that's what has happened. Like, unknowingly, something great has happened.
yeah,
That's great.
I actually thought that maybe I was using. So I remember.
Ask up you basically ask the rest. Everybody is like a challenge to get this
Yeah.
like a score. But this is, I think, an apt a method or technique for our a data set.
It was very small, only
Perfect.
500.
Perfect and apt.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Great.
So yeah.
Anything else you would basically wish to say?
Uh, Not really. Maybe in the next challenge,
After
ML
this,
challenge 3.0, I will try something more
okay, then
challenging one.
wait for like some time. So let your like the co-mates also like say about the a task. Fine. Then you can ask some questions to them. Fine.
Sure.
Code after a week. Okay.
Okay.
Code after a week, not now.
Sure.
Then we have like Rohit.
Yeah, so before we move on, I would like to say that
Yeah.
Pranchu, I also participated in the MLC challenge last time around, okay, and
Hmm.
I also participated in track two, and I also took this exact same approach. I took embeddings from BERT and I used LR, but I think I didn't get a score as good as you because I didn't do text pre-processing as much as you have done.
Makes
And
sense.
I think also the hyper
That's what
parameters like
made a
make
difference.
sense.
Yeah.
Hyper parameters make a lot of difference. Okay.
Yeah. How much was your score?
I think it was something around 8 or something, 0.8 or something.
Okay.
See, the things make so much of like difference, right?
Small lines of code made so much difference.
Yes. So
Yeah.
next we
So
move on to the person who has come first in the second track, right?
yeah,
Shivam.
so is Shivam Shivakumar here? Shivam
Not
Shivakumar, he's first. He's not here.
he joined
No.
a minute ago. Fine. Hold on.
Okay, so next we have Lakshya Patel. Lakshya, are you here?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can begin.
Yeah. Hey everyone. Just a minute. Let me share my PowerPoint. So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So I have to present the presentation or to show the code also?
You can do both, it's fine.
Okay, fine. So we were a team of two, me, Laksh Patel, and one of my teammates, Soham. Uh, Unfortunately, he is not here presently. So yeah, the models we selected, the main model which we selected was BERT, but we had considered many models, baseline models like logistic regression, SVM, random forest. Out of all these four, the maximum output was from BERT. So I have gone with that. Then architecture included just two output labels, AI generated labeled as 1 and human written labeled as 0. I haven't did much tuning, just set the batch size to 16 and no tuning. Then training process of the model. So I just did a splitting of the data set into training and test data by 80-20 percentage. And the training process included tokenization, then all the pre-processing like lemmatizing, stemming, and everything. Then I have created custom data set, which is a like a standard thing to do for PyTorch, and then created a data loader for the batching process. So this was all the procedures which were held in training process. After that, the results, total 4 models we tried. First 3 were baseline models, which did not give much score, like it's mentioned here. The highest was 0.87 with XGBoost, but the highest score which we received was from BERT. This was our final result. Final score was 0.94 from BERT classifier. And then the main challenge that we faced was, first of all, obviously in the data processing. And the major one was the computational time that BERT took. It took almost an hour to process and get trained on this data set.
Did you like do it in the CPU?
So, yeah,
Collab.
sorry.
Did you like do it in the collab interface?
I did on
Google
my
Colab.
PC. No, not Google Colab, not Google Colab. I did it on my PC, which included GPU, so
Okay,
that
so you
made
did
it a
on
bit
GPU.
faster.
Fine. Fine.
Yeah,
How much time like did it take for you? You know, what's it?
over 1 hour.
Pranshu, how much time did it like take for you? Because these are the kinds of
Uh,
insights that small insights that even like
just
people
the
will want to
just
know.
the training of model, or writing the whole pre-processing and all.
Just the training.
So
Training time.
So it took about over an hour.
Okay, for like Pranshu, how much did you? How much did
So
it take?
it did not take any time at all. Like I did on Collab on CPU. Only it took like 15 and 20, around 20 minutes in total
So this
for
is a
the
kind of
embedding.
very. This is very interesting. Like it is
Yeah,
taking just like 15 minutes for someone on the basic CPU, and for like somebody who's using the GPU, it's taking like 1 hour.
yeah.
What is your what is your GPU like configuration, as Debopriya has asked in the chat?
It's not that. It's not of that much good quality. I think it's AMD Radeon. I don't know the exact variant, but it's of AMD. That's it.
Okay, like proceed, fine. Proceed.
Yeah. So that was all about my presentation. And just a second. This is the test prediction, and this was the final code. So I have removed the outputs from here.
Let me just see the training part, like how you have done that architecture part. Let me see.
Your sound is bit low.
Low, okay.
Sorry.
I just want to see your model and the architecture. Is it there? Just like show me the
I
documentation. Just like
wait.
show me the code. That's it. Show me the code.
Code,
That's
right?
yeah. Show me the
Yeah.
zoom it a bit.
Yeah, it's the code,
Can
and
can you
here
like
is
zoom it a
the
bit?
model architecture.
Can you like zoom your screen a bit? Yeah. So Shivam like Siva Kumar has arrived. Okay, like Rohit.
Okay.
Okay, just the next person. Okay. Yeah, you proceed. Like let me see. From Transformers.
Batch size set was 16, as I thought that it was appropriate for the data set including 500 entries.
What did you like do here, Pranshu?
Wait.
This is not like mine was very, very different. I only used a
Yeah.
BERT for embeddings, and that's all.
You also use like bird based, basically uncased, right?
Yes,
Exactly
yes,
the same model. Okay,
exactly the same one.
fine.
I wanted to use the smallest model possible, and it was the
Ah,
smallest I could find.
yeah, it's very like light kind of picture.
I basically used to like architecture to make the whole architecture for the model.
Okay, this is
And
also
this
interesting.
was the evaluation and final, just loading the test data and saving it to a CSV file.
Right. Good. Fine then. You can stop presenting. Then we move to
Yeah. So Shivam Shivakumar, you're next.
who has come first in this challenge after one like rerun.
Shivam Shivakumar, are you here?
Has he left again? Or what?
Yeah, I think he left.
Yeah, am I audible?
He's here. He's here.
Yeah, sorry. There was me. Am I audible? Am I
Yes,
clear?
you are.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
audible.
Yeah, shall I present my screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, go
sure.
on, go on.
Good evening, everyone. I am Shiva Mekandeshwam. I'm a diploma level student, uh, and I have taken my MLF subject this term only. And I have tried my
Interesting.
best to do in this challenge. I got some good results. I wanted
And you
to
have come
share
the
my
best.
journey, how I built this model and thing. So I'll just share my. Yeah, thank you. And I want to thank the core team. They have helped me a lot in this, especially both brothers who are here, Rohit brother and also Som brother. Yeah, they have helped me
That's
a
fine.
lot.
That's fine. Continue.
in,
Continue.
uh,
Continue.
sharing this.
Continue. That's fine.
Is it visible?
No, it's not yet.
Yeah. I have been participated in the last challenge also, the ML challenge one, and I took track one and tried something there, but I didn't get a good results there, and it made me like inspiration to learn about more about the ML part, the ML ocean, in fact, to say. And this time I took the second track to get motivated more. So this was the problem statement
to create a model to detect AI generated text. So
Shivam,
I
just
was a
wait a
beginner
minute.
on that time,
Shivam,
and
wait a minute.
I
Wait a minute.
tried
Is the screen visible?
learned a lot of things from basics.
Shivam, your screen is
I
not
don't
visible.
know about the intricate details at that time, and
Yeah,
Yeah, it's visible.
yeah,
It's
is it
visible now.
visible now? 1 minute.
yes, yes, yes,
Is it now?
yes, yes.
Yeah, it's now. It's
Uh,
visible now. Go
so
ahead.
okay. So am I audible, brother?
Yes. Go on.
Yeah, I usually face some network issues. That's why. Partly. Yeah. This is the problem statement, and the key task here is to create a binary classification model that detects either the text is either human generated or AI generated. But the given data was so small that it consisted of 500 rows. So we want to be so careful while building models. On that time, the 16th, 16th September, the time was so constrained for me, and I don't know what to do at that time. So I searched and referenced the web for more details about the models, which is best for the binary classification. And I came across so many models that are good at binary classification, and I started trying them, which is going good on this thing. So I just go with the thing, the model selection part. Uh, So these are the models that I came across while searching the web, which is good for, they said, which is good for binary classification. So BERT, Robert, Digital BERT, and GPT. Uh, and I started thinking which to choose, as everyone got into the situation. Like I too got into that situation. Uh, like first of all, I chose the BERT because um, it was so simple for binary classification, and it takes it understands each things on that data, on the text and the things. But rather choosing GPT because GPT was based on generative type, like it generates text rather than encoding. It decodes the text. A BERT is basically encoder, but GPT is based on a decoder type. That's why I chose BERT to try first. uh, Rather, I wanted to try all these models, but I chose BERT for the first time. uh, so this is the comparison between these models, why I chose BERT.
Interesting. Wait, like let's see what have you written.
Okay, so basically, BERT is a bidirectional transformer.
Time for some questions. Stand up.
Yeah, thank you, brother. The I compared it with the BERT's variant also, like Robert and the digital BERT. There were so many variants also there, but as the time was the constraint with us in this challenge, I took
Which
these
one
four.
did you use?
Uh, I have used Robert for the last iteration, so I will just cover it the slide.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Uh, is this okay? Can I move further?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So this is why I
Great.
chose BERT for the thing. It had a it widely recognized for text classification, and due to its bidirectional understanding, I took it. It's also a pre-trained model, It is already been trained on massive data sets, and we can try fine tuning that to our own task, like this one, this problem statement. That's why I took it. And rich community support also was there, like documentation and those things. That was so helpful for me to try building a model for first time. I really built this bird model for the first time in this challenge only. Uh, and I started learning things like the intricate details. What is happening here? Why do we use transformer? Why do we use these things? And I started learning. So this was this will be a good idea for a beginner to learn thing. So this was my first result when I tried building the bird model. Uh, the 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 test results on the same trained data set was good, but with test data set it was so bad. And I wanted to improve a lot because this was not a good score in this track too. So I started searching for another model which is so good. I too had some issues with my model while I built it for the first time. So I started learning about it, and I went with Robert. So Robert is a robustly optimized BERT approach. So it's also a pre-trained model, but it is trained a lot on bigger data sets, larger than BERT. It is also a bidirectional transformer, and it rather than a BERT, it uses a dynamic masking, which improves the ability to generalize the things. So I started trying this model. Uh, as you can see, the bird is a similar architecture due to, but less optimized due to static masking. And GPT is basically a text generation thing. That's why I used this. And the Robert model results were good at that time with the same parameters which I used. It was quite good on the first try with the Robert model, and I went with analyzing for hyperparameter tunings. Uh, so here comes it. Why do we need a hyperparameter tuning? Because it helps us on the part where the model is not going to be either underfit or overfit. It helps at that time. Since our model data is so small, we want to be very careful on this part. Uh, so I started learning about this what is hyperparameters, the learning rate, batch size, epoch, and scheduler settings, etc. And went on tuning them. I referred some of my tech geeks, like my brother. He helped me a lot on this. I tried plotting the learning curve, where I have come to the conclusion that these settings will be good, like the epoch and the learning rate, etc. So these are the some plots. The validation loss and the FN score, etc. How it's varying for every epoch. So I have plotted this. Then the training part comes. So the final setting that I have used for the last try, I have adjusted the batch size and things, epochs, etc. Uh, the learning rate was default. and I chose the batch size so small that it is preventing the overfitting. And first, when I tried the building robot model, the epochs was so low, and I tried increasing it to 10 after seeing the plots. So it helped me improve the model results. Um, and I introduced the optimizer and the scheduler there to prevent the overfitting and underfitting. This was the main problem that was going on my mind. I must be aware of this. I should not underfit my model. I should not overfit my model. This was so irritating me while building that model. So this was helping me on that Adam W, the weight, Adam with the weight DK, and the learning grade scheduler with Vamo. And so these things are the what I said the challenges during tuning. And the results, the final results. This was 0.969 was before hyperparameter tuning settings. After adjusting those settings, the learning curve, I got this score 0.979. This was the best score I got with the Robert A model. There were some variants of this Robert A model that was small and large. I used the small variant because it will prevent us from the overfitting of model. That's why I used and this is my the future improvements. I want to try improving the model on good more data sets, and I want to explore other architectures too, uh, other models too. I want to try them and come with the good results also. So
Great. So from
challenges,
basically 0.41, you have got 0.98, right? Great
yeah.
change.
The challenges what I have faced in this journey is basically the resources. I didn't have resources. Like I lost like the collab is actually free for some time only when you are using GPU for training the
Yeah,
model.
yeah. So it goes off, right? It goes
Yeah,
off.
I almost lost 4 accounts, 4 Google accounts,
But for
computed
that, acha, okay. I
for
hope
at
that you
least,
had like saved your M in the model, right? At the points,
yeah,
right?
yeah. At the last time I have saved the model
Yeah.
to
So
my local
always
machine.
save your basically model in the form of the PKL.
Yeah, and this was my thing, and I want to learn more. I'm in the still learning phase.
Still save.
The getaways. And, thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this opportunity
Shanda,
and
would you like to ask a
to
question?
thank my team. Yeah, yeah, brother.
Just a minute. Some net issue. Hold on. Yeah, so like Sanda is here, okay?
Yeah,
Um,
brother.
yeah. Hello. So it was a great journey if I see from a storytelling POV. So good job, first of all. But
Thank you.
the thing is, let's say you have imbalance, like more imbalanced things, okay, in your data and
Yeah,
all that. So what would be your approach in that scenario?
yeah, sir. I came across this thing, the imbalance.
Mm.
The data set which were given to me was like 22 and 20 80 per ratio. It was that ratio. The age generated part was 20 and the human generated part was 80.
80, okay.
And while I was referring for this imbalance thing,
like sure about
I
imbalance?
came across that 70-30 will
Shivam Kumar,
be sir.
Shivam
Yeah,
Kumar, are you like sure about
yeah,
the basically imbalance? Are you like sure about it? It was 80-20.
yeah, yeah. It was 20 percentage, like 22 percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, the around 114 rows were age generated and 386 for
Just a minute, hold on.
human generated.
So just a question for that specific.
Yeah.
You're being
Yeah,
so precise
22,
on that.
correct.
Did you
22.
did you check it using the Excel sheet, or you used Pandas data frame to check it?
Yeah, you used pandas.
Pandas data frame. The both would give you the
Yeah, I
same result.
tried using also the Excel sheet before coming here because I forgot the thing, the numbers.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
why I checked using verified using Excel sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, what I came across on the web is 70-30 ratio won't like affect the performance of the model. That's why I didn't go on that part, like waste my time on that time. So I didn't have sleep while training the model because I was learning the things and trying out the models also. So it was quite hectic at that time. So I just left that part. Yeah, on the future thing, I want to handle the imbalance and further model building also. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody else from like track 2? I can't like wait to hear about track 3. So please make it get it done.
So shall we start track 3 then?
No, I mean if there are anybody first, I think confirm. Anybody else on second track? Are you sure that nobody is there?
Yeah, we finished everyone from track 2. Yeah.
Pritam like Das was here. Did he leave?
Shall I stop presenting, brother?
I am Shivakumar, you can.
Yeah, thank you.
So I don't think we have anybody except
Do you have
Krish.
the recording? Do you have the recording?
The recording is for track 3, right?
Okay, then we can start track 2. Just basically want to just like confirm for one
Ah.
like the last time. Anybody from track 2 present here in the meet? Fine, we'll start with third
Okay,
track.
so for track 3,
So
first we have.
this is a meet for basically only the achievers, right? Only
Yes,
the
yes.
achievers are here. Fine. That's why basically the numbers are so low. Fine. Proceed.
So for track 3, we have Karthik Agarwal first. Karthik, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Agrawal.
you can
Sorry. Agrawal, yeah.
Yeah. One second. Okay. Thanks, Rohit. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'm like really amazed by seeing the presentations before, and people who had like participated before would remember the amount of sophistication and complexity in in their approaches last time, and this time people have just leveled up, kept it simple and yet effective. Honestly, a very humbling experience. Me being personally a huge fan of keeping things simple, as you would see in the presentation, um, uh, went the went in the direction of fine-tuning a large language model. First of all, I would like to talk about track 3. Track 3 was introduced for the first time, and It's different from track 1 and 2, which were mainly a classification problem. And this time, this new track is a little more nuanced than that, and it dealt with improving the reasoning and optimizing for that. So basically, the first line, my line of thought went like, what can reason? So a language model. What can reason really effectively? A large language model. And um, at the time of the challenge, the best, the most top performing, and the highest, performing and strong reasoning model was GPT-4o by OpenAI, and that's what I ended up going with. The train and validation split was simple, 80-20, and there was a lot of pre-processing involved because the data set, if the data set had some encoding issues, and then a very complex set of characters were involved, and a lot of processing was required, but although it was manageable. So for fine tuning, any OpenAI model, you have to convert it into a JSON-L file, and that was done with a simple script. And this is maybe from the previous one, but this is how the file's format looked like, and encoding had to be done. Training, you would see that the training over here had a zero training loss and zero validation loss, which is actually a very bad advice for anyone who's like starting to build, working with machine learning models and stuff. Never go for zero training loss and validation loss, because that just means that your model is performing too well in the sense that it's like overfitting. So why did I go for it? Why was I okay with it? The thing is that with the with the limited data set, and when you consider that you're fine tuning a huge model like GPT-4, you cannot really hit the overfitting mark because it is already filled with a lot of data, and definitely not with 3 epochs. I don't think we can hit the overfitting mark. And with that, internal accuracy was almost 100%, although evaluations resulted in lesser accuracies. And finally, the final evaluation, which was used for testing, which was used for scoring, was given accuracy of 95%. So,
Just to interrupt here,
Yeah.
Karthik.
Yeah.
So you have, like basically when it like comes to say, the GPT, right?
Right.
We always say basically, a different, thing. Like we don't say basically in the training, right? So basically, did you use any of the prompting, the styles, say, the COT or anything like that? Like,
Yeah.
what exactly was your prompting style? I would basically want to know that. And also, did you do a few shot the learning, or did you basically like make the entire thing, meaning basically the model like learn the entire
Yeah.
stuff?
So
Share some insights on that.
correct. So yeah, you rightly mentioned out one important aspect of this was prompt engineering,
Yes.
because working with GPTs,
Yeah, that is the hot the topic right now.
Correct.
And yeah, that
So
is
I wish I could show the prompts right now, but let me just
no, that's fine. That's fine.
yeah.
You don't need to. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So
But you just
so basically, yeah. So there's a system prompt involved, and there's a prompt. So basically, the system prompt is one general prompt that works for the entire model, and the system prompt is when basically like that you are an expert at numerical reasoning. You are trained to focus on the context of the entire article, or the entire piece of text that is submitted to you, and you strictly follow the instructions. So while keeping it simple and while keeping it very precise also, that's how the system prompt went like. And the prompt is what you feed the model each time you make it a request. Is went like, it just had the headline and the answer the
Got
response.
it. So here, basically, like there's a very interesting, basically, part to it. Okay, if you see it, so you say that your prompt, basically, the template consisted of, you are first basically giving, like passing the input.
Yeah.
That is basically the headline,
So-
right? Along with the plan, and then you're asking basically in the model that you have to basically understand and basically
Yeah.
fill in the blank, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what. Over here, one interesting thing was that if you see the entire and the data set, right, you will see that both basically like Sandra and I have agreed on this point. That is, they from where the data set was like sourced, they have put the basically values of those blanks in the proper format. I mean, in the basically format of a headline, right?
Yeah.
That comes in a basically in the newspaper, right?
Also,
Because
it's very important.
somewhere else, you will see that they say, like for example, dash people died out of COVID, for example, right? So if you basically like write, like generally, like for example, you write 2500, right? But basically, when it will get printed on a paper, right, it will be 2,5 right? That is a very interesting aspect.
Very,
Yeah, and all of those were were basically adhering to the proper paper, like the format, right? So say this was raised by like Debo Priyo, who has also participated on this track. That say, like for example, your see, I mean the model has like predicted 2500, right? And basically there is no the comma. So basically when you test for the accuracy, so that case it is basically considered with a zero, right? Because it is not like matching with the right? String. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Got it.
that's actually very important.
What
I think.
happened in your case?
Yeah, correct.
What
So
happened in your case?
yeah, so in my case, that's where few shot prompting differs
Yeah,
from.
few shot prompting. Yeah, absolutely. I was trying to say that.
Yeah,
So you
so
tried like few shot or what? No, right?
yeah, so that's the thing. So basically, when you like for specifically for OpenAI models and the kind of framework they have, if you like train on more than say 100 examples.
I know. So it gets basically expired, right? The API gets expired.
So no, yeah. So and no, basically it learns the kind of format that you want the answer in, and if
First
you
of all,
have enough,
tell me you had a paid OpenAI API key, is it? Or
no,
did
the
you
thing
do
is,
it for free?
I was
Free
lucky
account?
enough to, enroll in this the free fine tuning trial that they're
Oh,
having.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I did not know
So
about it. Fine,
till
great.
31st of October, it's free to fine tune any models, and
Oh man,
that's
everybody should like go and do that.
exactly.
I
If
didn't
people
know.
have ideas, just go for it, fine tune it, build on it later. Just fine tune for now.
Yeah. This is great. I didn't know. Fine.
But yeah. So even so, fine tuning GPT-4o is kind of expensive when you're like doing it by yourself.
Absolutely.
But the mini model, which is it's a
Mhm.
more basic model, it's reasonably priced, even if like you're doing it out of the trial also. But because this task required reasoning, like if you'll remember, I participated in the first the previous
The point I was like
iteration on.
telling you that I also basically forgot in the meanwhile. That is, if you see, there was another column, right? That was the method.
Method,
We
yeah.
used that because that is a very the significant
Right.
of the column. And I
Right.
was thinking that you've included that in your prompt and the template, but I see that you haven't, right?
Yeah.
And even after that, even after not including that entire basically the feature, you have got the highest time the score in this the track, right?
Yeah.
That is 0.97.
Yeah, I actually broke my head around how to use that, how to take advantage of the fact that
Yeah, that you had to use, right? That is like, that could have like made you reach the higher goals.
right. But that's the thing, I tried
Has
mentioning it.
anyone used that over here? Anybody from the track 3 who has used the method column in
And
their
how?
in their prompt? Has anybody done it?
And how?
Devo Priyo
Yeah.
and others, whoever. Kalpita ma'am.
No, I tried to use it like during fine tuning, but not in this fashion, but in a
How
different
did you
way.
use it? How did you use it?
So while training it using custom data set, I used it for like the same way Karthik is telling. So given a prompt and the instruction is like this, and with using method column, come to a conclusion with the answer for the missing uh, part in the headline.
But
And the
like,
missing part was masked as well. I used masking for that. So initially I thought of this as an MLM, and then moved to a different view altogether.
just a question here, like, did you describe the methods in the prompt, like what each method meant or not?
No. Just simply told that they make utilize of this method to come to a reasoning kind of thing.
Any
So we
idea
can use
how
it in
many
the prompt.
methods were there? Any idea how many like methods were there?
6 to 7 roughly, maybe in the format. Can get the unique 6 to 7 unique were there.
Actually, there were methods inside the methods as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct. This was I was like
crazy.
Can you like emphasize on it better? Kalpita ma'am.
You can call me Kalpita, and the approach I tried. Now looking at
You were also
Karthik's approach, I feel I was very like naive.
Just a minute. So basically, you were a TA also, right? At some basically point of time, I think I've seen you on the discourse. You were a TA as well, right?
Yeah.
So see, we have a TA here. Right. Now start.
No, but the work done by Karthik is extraordinary. I remember I did it in a very naive way, wherein I actually extracted the methods and then made functions for each method, wherein you know how it will derive at the final answer.
You have made like.
But then it didn't work, right? Because
it didn't work.
yeah, it didn't work.
So you had basically asked the GPT, is it? A GPT to first tell the accurate about the method first, is it? That's how you had like proceeded.
This question is from me, right?
Yes.
GPT? No, I did not use GPT. I did not use BERT.
Okay.
I went with very basic models.
Okay, that's fine. So your approach was to first basically get the accurate of the method, right?
So my approach was that if based on the headline, the model is able to understand that which method to use, and then when it classifies the correct method that is to be used to come to that final answer, blank answer, then using, so for each like method I defined a function which then works with the extracted numbers from the news and
Say I
comes
mean add, right? Say basically add, or say I mean the copy, or
correct.
say I'm
Yeah.
paraphrase like this, right?
Yeah,
And then basically what you said, one example to that was basically round. Inside that there was another function, same the divide, right?
Add,
And then,
divide,
yeah, because since this is basically in the newspaper headline, right? So you can't put it in the fractions, right? Or say the decimals. So you have to like round it, obviously. Oh, what they do it in the newspaper. Got it. Fine. So Karthik, like, do you have anything to say, or basically was it over?
And basically that was pretty much it. If you have any questions,
Yeah, I have one question regarding the chat format, I mean the prompting. So did you use a share GPT format or the Alpaca format?
I'm sorry, ChatGPT format or
Share GPT is basically system role.
Yeah.
and
System
the
role,
output.
content and
System role
assistant.
content format.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went. I think that's the standard format to like implement fine tuning. System.
Yeah, so there is another format of Alpaca. If you can search, you will get it. There's an instruction input and the output. So there is another format. There are two types of formats. Shared. The format you are talking about is the conversational formatting.
Yeah. It's conversational.
Has anyone used like COT style prompting? I'm very interested. Has anyone used it though? Karthik, you haven't used it, right?
I used it in my prompt. I asked it to like go, like reason through every step that you take, but not like like iterate over responses, but just in the prompt.
It would have been interesting if I had used like COT and basically we could have like compared. Okay, like you can like
Yeah,
try it as a basically the future work, and let's then meet up to see that how it goes, right? How much it improves.
yep.
Since you said that the OpenAI is keeping it like free for the a trial, right?
Yeah, like I think for another month or so.
Chanda, any questions?
No. This I was thinking that this track 3 would be hard for them, but this guy did a great job. So no,
Yeah, some people.
I won't ask any question.
Some people were telling that it will be a basically in the bloodbath. So we said no, it basically won't be. We have the trust on the participants. It can't be a bloodbath at least. Let's see. And then in the basically first run only we have a point. The 9 above like score, right? So quite a high range. Let's
So
see.
it is not rolling out in the next challenges most. Or will it be?
Do you want to like work on it more?
No, I think we can do it side test. I mean, at least I will want.
Test run is like still active. You can keep on like.
Right. That's why I said that. I still want.
Yeah, I'm still perplexed about what is going wrong because formatting is fixed also, but
Nothing is
obviously
going wrong. You are getting 0.9 and you are seeing what is going wrong. Then basically, what will those who are getting 0.4 like 0.8?
you've seen better scores before. What are you saying?
No, I said that you have come basically first in this track.
Oh, okay.
So, but you are suggesting COT will improve the score?
I feel so. Let's
try that.
COT is very interesting. I mean, if you see there basically in the research like the paper, right? Of the COT, let me check if they have it in my TP.
Then you
I think like one more question to you. Like, did you use the news column or just the headlines and the output? Or did you combine both the columns of news and headline together with the mask blank part or something?
No, so I think we gotta use all three columns, right? For training at least.
Right, for training. So system is the normal text that you have said. You're an expert in finding or reasoning out.
Yeah.
And then the other.
Yeah, so system prompt had the instructions for the model, and the user prompt had the particular news headline and the response. Sorry, the user prompt had the news and the headline, and the assistant response had the answer.
Okay.
Great. Who is the next one?
Yeah, so is Harsh here? No, right? Yeah, so there's only the recording left.
Gufran is here, and also I think who else? Kalpika.
Yes.
You are from
I was in her team.
Acha, you both are.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can present.
No, sir. I don't have any presentation.
Then who has it? Who's going to present like from this team?
So Som, we have Harsh next, but I don't think is here. Okay, and other than that, we only have the recording. Sarah's team.
Okay, then you can present. And I think Pritham was also here. I don't know if he's here still now. Yeah, Pritham is here. Pritham Das from the track 2 is here.
Is he present?
Yes.
Yeah, then go ahead.
You are right.
Pritham Das, are you here?
He's here, I can see it.
Pritham Das?
Maybe some issues anyway. You can show us the recording now.
Okay. Is it visible now? Guys, is it visible?
Yes, yes. Yes, Rohit.
Okay. Tell me if it's the audio is fine. Okay.
Good evening. On behalf of my teammate Priyanshu Sharma and myself, we would
Perfect.
like to firstly thank the organizers for this opportunity to participate. Apologies as due to work commitments, we are unable to be present. Priyanshu and myself are both currently in the first term of diploma. For this challenge, we chose to try out for track 3. After a lot of research, we decided to use a T5 model. T5 is a text-to-text transfer transformer, which is a natural language processing framework, which essentially takes each task, including translation, question answering, classification, etc., and feed the model text as input and train it to generate some target text. We referenced the research paper exploring the limits of transfer learning with a unified text-to-text transformer by Raphael et al. This is a basic diagrammatic representation of the framework, which is referenced in the research paper. Basically, each task is prepended with a task prefix that identifies the action to be performed. For example, for language translation, the prefix translate English to German is used, etc. Similarly, other task prefixes are prepended. The T5 transformer model works by using the same standard encoder-decoder structure as standard transformer models. It consists of 12 pair blocks of encoder-decoder. Each block contains self-attention, a feed-forward network, and optional encoder-decoder attention. Comparing T5 with other NLP models, we found that BERT is limited to classification and not flexible for text generation or other tasks. For GPT, it struggles with bidirectional context in masked word prediction due to its autoregressive nature. And Robota is optimized for specific tasks but lacks generalization across various NLP challenges. T5, however, simplifies complex NLP tasks, transforming them into a single framework. More so in masked word prediction, T5 treats missing words as a sequence generation task, not just a classification. And with strong pre-training across diverse text data sets, it makes T5 highly efficient for such predictions. So basically, unlike Roberta or BERT, T5 frames masked word prediction as a generation task, leveraging the sequence-to-sequence architecture for more flexible and powerful prediction. Onto our training process, we split the data into 80% training and 20% validation. So we selected the first 1600 rows or 80% data for training and the remaining 20% rows for validation. Of course, we could have randomly selected the data, but we chose this method. We also used tokenization using the T5 tokenizer, both input and target texts were tokenized. We used padding and truncation, wherein the token sequences were padded and truncated to max length of 5 to 5. We also used a data loader. This facilitated batch processing during training. And finally, for device selection, our code determined if GPU was available in order to use that for training, else it falls back to CPU. Regarding the optimizer, we used Adam optimizer with a learning rate of 0.001. And considering the relatively small size of the dataset, we decided to use 3 epochs, which actually gave us a good model performance. Onto our results. To verify our performance, we used the accuracy and Rouge scores. We achieved an accuracy score of 98.75%. The average Rouge 1 score was 0.98. This indicates a high level of overlap between the generated text and the reference text at the single word level. The average Rouge 2 score was 0.07, and this reflects an overlap of 2 consecutive word level. Average Rouge L score was 0.98. This score measures the longest common subsequence between generated and reference text, taking into account the order of words. Thank you.
Great. I wish they were present in this meet, I would have asked about the Rouge and also other, text quality certain basic metrics that are there, like the blue or BERT score and all, if they had tried or not. Anyway, so anybody else would love to share anything? How many achievers were there?
Eight.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. How many have presented today?
I think it's 6 or 5.
5. Great. Any questions you might have for San and me? Anybody has any questions? Don't say you don't have any questions. We keep on receiving mails and DMs even after the challenge ends every run. No questions at all?
When are you expecting the next challenge? I mean, is it with you or without you?
Why?
You only know why I am asking this.
No. San Vermic can take this up.
Acha.
Maybe the time to end the recording, like this is going somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gautam, I think with this we can end the recording. Are you there?
Just tell us once the recording is done. It's turned down.
Or you can also cut it later. Fine. If there are any consequences.